The metaverse is a vision of what many in the computer industry believe the next iteration of the internet. A single, shared, immersive, persistent 3D virtual space where humans experience life in ways they could not in the physical world. Imagine a virtual world where billions of people live, work, shop, learn, as well as interact along with each other from all forms of their comfort from their couches in the physical world. In this world, a computer screen we use today to connect to a world wide web of information have become portals to a 3D virtual realm that's palpable, like real life, only bigger and better. Digital facsimiles of ourselves or avatars move freely from one experience to another, taking our identities and money along with us. This is called as metaverse. Let's elaborate a short history on metaverse. Some of the technologies which provide access to this virtual world, such as virtual reality headsets as well as augmented reality glasses, are evolving quickly. Other critical components of metaverse, like an adequate bandwidth or interoperability standards, are probably years off or might never materialize. Metaverse became a household word when Facebook rebranded its corporate identity to Meta in October 2021 and announced plans to invest a sum of $10 billion at least in that concept last year. Along with Meta, other big companies such as Microsoft, Nvidia, and so on have invested billions of dollars in that particular concept. The management consultancy McKinsey and Company has bullishly predicted that the economy of metaverse could reach $5 trillion by the year 2030. E-commerce is expected to be the dominant engine along with gaming, entertainment, marketing as well as education in the metaverse, and also becoming an important sector. The combination of uncritical enthusiasm for the metaverse and deep uncertainty about how it will pan out has sparked some backlash. Industry ultimately be much different from the digital experiences which we have today, or if it is whether the masses will be willing to spend hours a day in headset navigating the digital space. Other futurists, however, argue that while it is early days for metaverse and fundamental technical barriers still exist, the metaverse will happen. It will arrive with a big bang. The two technologies considered important to the development and growth of metaverse are virtual reality as well as augmented reality. Virtual reality. The virtual reality is a simulated 3D environment that enables users to interact along with the virtual surroundings in the way that approximates reality as perceived through our senses. This approximation of reality is now typically accessed by means of virtual reality headset that takes over a user's field of vision. Haptics including gloves, vest and even full body tracking suits enable more lifelike interaction along with the virtual environment. Augmented reality is less immersive than virtual reality. It adds overlays on top of the real world via lens of some type. Users can still interact with their real world environment. The game Pokemon Go is an early example of augmented reality. Google Glass and heads-up displays in car windshields are well-known consumer AR products. The future of metaverse. The following technologies is going to have a biggest impact on development of metaverse over the next decade. Number 1, artificial intelligence. Number 2, Internet of Things. Number 3, extended reality. Number 4, brain-computer interfaces. Number 5, 3D modeling as well as reconstruction. Number 6, spatial as well as edge computing. And number 7, the blockchain. The current scenario of metaverse. Facebook as well as Quest company Meta is currently getting ranked over the goals by investors due to yet another quarter of massive loss in its VR as well as metaverse division. The quarterly earnings of company revealed that its Reality Labs division, which covers its VR as well as XR efforts, along with metaverse invaders, saw a sum of $3.7 billion in loss from operations. But while this was an exceptionally large loss for the division, it's coming off of a longer history of losses going back quarter after quarter time period. That same division has been recording a loss of $9.4 billion so far last year, 2021, in comparison to $6.9 billion in the same period in the year 2020. Notably, though this does not seem to be directly tied to a massive drop in revenue, Overall company revenue was $29 billion for the quarter, down by 4% year over year. But revenue for the reality lab segment alone was only $285 million, meaning Facebook's family of apps division largely carried the company. Putting forward simply, the Meta's VR as well as Metaverse efforts are bringing down a very little amount of money in comparison to how much money Meta is spending on them, and it is prepared to spend even more. Alongside its announcement of consumer Meta Quest headset for the next year, as well as expenditures related to that, Meta said that it is expected the division's operating loss to grow in significant manner. Industrial-related expenses are also expected to play an even bigger role. Now, comments below. When you expect to have a real-time experience along with Meta? Number 2. On what you expect to have a real-time experience with Meta? And number 3. Will Meta come into human life at near future as soon as possible and dominate the human world and human race along with internet? Comment below. Thank you for watching. See you next time.